Hello, everybody. So glad you joined us today, and hope that you're painting with us or just enjoying the show. Anyhow, come over and I'll show you what we're working on. Working on a little, actually, it's a little rainy day painting. Actually, it must have got up a little wind too because it buckled his umbrella, didn't it? But anyhow, this is a little modern painting, and we're just going to start painting. The first thing probably we will do is the flesh tones. I start there a lot of times. This is some flesh that came right out of the tube, but we also mix some, and I'm going to mix a little with that. Okay, let's take that and see what we can do with it. We're going to clean that a little bit. I'm going to start with a medium-sized brush. About that size. Rinse him out. Probably something was in it. I'm going to wipe the handle off a little bit. I keep my brushes in motor oil, and they last for 100 years that way, or close. But I sometimes get the oil on the handle, and I need to get that off. Okay, we're going to start with a little bit of, I'm going to thin it just a touch. And I paint right over the little sketch that I've got in there. That's a dark flesh color, but I'm going to use it anyhow. And we probably will light and highlight it some and shadow it some, probably. This is some of the, I would say, easiest and most fun paintings that you can do. First of all, they don't have to be exact. And I admire people that do that. Picasso done a lot of that. Yeah, that's a dark color, but I sort of like it. Now, if you're wondering how I'm getting right close to the edge, I'm actually just turning my brush a little bit. In other words, I'm going right there and spinning it. And that puts you right at the edge of that line. Got a little too much on that for some reason. And again, let me wipe that off a little bit. And if you wonder how I'm getting that corner there, I'm taking just the edge of the brush and pulling it. Just a little edge of the brush. Normally, a new brush is not rounded as much as this one is, but I got a sort of a square corner on that side, and I can lay that right down in the corner. You get the desired effect, you know, just twisting your brush a little bit. I'm going to keep thinning that as I go, a little bit at a time. Actually makes it flow a little better. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to raise that a little bit. Two reasons. One, so you can see it better. And one, so I can have a little more leeway down here to pull it. Just like that. And I'm trying just to touch that little outline. Maybe not to go over it. Same way there, I'm just trying to touch that outline. the thinning really helps you in a way because it lets you carry a little bit more color than if you put a big thick dab on it. You can't go very far with it. I hope you enjoy these type paintings. I really love doing different stuff. I'm a realist, I guess, if you had to classify what I do. But I also love stuff that stretches out a little bit, and this definitely does that. And again, I just keep thinning it. Now I may lay all my colors on before I start highlighting. I'm not sure. You can do it either way. Got a little booger boo on it there. Let me get that off. Okay, that's got it. Get that little, if I can, it's a little dab of paint that was on there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to lower it back down. I may just leave that under there. And we'll start, I think we'll start, I may wait to highlight them. Well, let me do a little bit of that, being I got the color out. Okay, I mixed up a little lighter flesh color. Rinse my brush out. I'm going to use the same brush. Now you could leave them totally one color if you wanted to. But I'm just going to highlight them a little bit. And I'm not going to blend it too much. I'm going to rinse that out a little bit. I'm going to get a little red. Okay, now that's just a quick highlight. Okay, let's leave it at that right now. I'm going to rinse that out as best I can. Now I think what I'll start with, I'll start with her, and I think I will make it, I love the pink, so I'm going to make it a pink. And I just grabbed a little cadmium red. And white. So let's start with that. And we may put a little of that up into the umbrella. I don't know yet. And let's do our little hat. I like little hats. I'm going to have to thin that a little bit too. All right. I'm not sure about that up in there. Let's put a little up there and just see if we like it. Probably do. Let's go a little more on her outfit. We'll go back to the umbrella. Now we could have made this real fancy, put a lot of detail. But I like it just like it is. Now what I'm doing here, I'm picking up on the brush and just letting a couple of hairs go down into that corner. Then I'm taking the edge of the brush and pulling it out of the corner. Now after it dries, I probably will come back with my pen and go over some of the blue lines. Although you could do them with a brush if you wanted to. Most of this is pretty easy painting. The most difficult part is coming right into those little corners. But if you learn to use your brush, and you know what, I forgot a line there, didn't I? Wow, right there. Well, I can either grab a pen and get it, or let's just paint it in there. I'll put it in there later. How's that? And you could paint these without outlining them, and I do that sometimes, and that's a lot of fun too. Not sure what color to make the pocketbook yet. more thinner. I keep doing this, actually, it's almost like ink, if you can imagine. It's that thin. Wow, we about got that little lady finished. Okay, I tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to start on the little, well, I don't have much time left. Let me just do a little bit right here. Got a half a minute left. Okay, I guess we're going to have to leave you for today. Enjoyed it so much. Come back next week and we'll do a little more work on our picture. Goodbye and God bless.